This is what I'm feeling like. Da, 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 da. Let me tell you what I'm feeling like. Da, 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 da.
Yo, what up, though, people? Like to welcome you back to the Keep It a C-Note podcast. I am your boy Brown. To the left of me, you got
your boy John.
And to the left of John, we got a stranger in the building. What's your name, gangster?
Call me Vito Samuels.
Okay, Vito Samuels. Oh, okay. Okay, so that means you headed to a down year. Welcome back, baby.
I'm on my way down anyway.
Welcome back. How was training camp? How did the Niners look? Because you was out there for extra time, big boy.
They look like some players, some primetime players. All we need is Dion back, baby.
Okay, shout out to that. Y'all might need Dion dealing with Cooper Kupp. I'm just saying, we are the Super Bowl champs, just to remind you.
I need no reminding.
But we missed you, the Dream. Shout out to the Dream. He's back. Shout out Sheed. Held you down.
Shout out Sheed, man.
Shout out Mike, 28th Street. He also held you down.
Fuck Mike.
Oh, shots fired.
Shout out to Kyle. Shout out to Mike.
Yeah, shout out Kyle, too, because you missed another week, 1 week, and Kyle filled in. So shout out to the fellas. We got a lot going on. If you're not subscribed, this your first time being here, please hit the sub button, hit the like button, share it with a friend. NBA free agency is going crazy right now. I just want to read a couple numbers out. Bradley Beal got $251 for 5 years.
Ooh, how can I be 6'5"?
Devin Booker, $214 million for 4 years. Karl Anthony Towns, $224 million for 4 years. Zach LaVine, $215 million for 5 years. Darius Garland, $193 for 5 years. Darius Garland. Shout out Darius Garland.
That All-Star game put him up there.
Your boy, your team, Jalen Brunson, $110 for 4 years.
That's actually a deal in this climate.
And we got Zion Williamson also just cashed out $193 for 5 years. All these max contracts you guys seeing, how do y'all feel about it? How do y'all feel about it? Is there anybody that you feel some type of way about the money? Somebody deserve more? Like, keep it a C-Note with us.
Shit, you forgot to say the Joker. He got the highest.
Yeah, I forgot about the Joker. Shout out to the Joker. He got a nice check. Yep, I did forget to write that down, but John got it. What do you get, John?
I think it's 276.
Yeah, I think it is
276 for 5 years. Shout out to the Joker, the MVP. Me personally, I say out of all the guys that I named, I feel as though him and Jalen Brunson probably the only ones deserve the money.
Who?
Out of all them guys I named, Joker and Jalen Brunson.
All right, I don't feel like Garland deserved that. I don't feel like Zion is borderline because he's been hurt the last year. The rest of them, I feel like Booker, Zach LaVine, all them do coffee time. I feel like they earned their money.
Okay. What you got to say, John?
I mean, I ain't gonna hate on no man's money saying that he shouldn't be getting as much, but I think it's a little outrageous on how high we going. Like Booker, I mean,
hey, this is the best with the
I understand,
man.
Like, I would have given him 200. not a dime more.
That's the same.
That's the same thing right there. You gave him 4.
Ja got paid too, didn't he?
Ja Morant, yeah. Ja also got paid, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Zach LaVine, 5 years, $212 million. I like him. I like him a lot.
He one of the top 2 guards though. He top 5 2 guards at least.
See, I think that's where we're confusing things at.
Healthy 5 years.
See, that's it. This my thing, right? And I want to see everybody get their money, so there's no hate. But from a standpoint of watching the game, Bradley Beal, $251 million for 5 years. He doesn't deserve that. And I'm going to tell you why.
No way.
I'm going to tell you why. Bradley Beal is nice, but if you own a team, right, are you going to give Bradley Beal has never done nothing. And besides forgetting, that's what this is my thing. You said a bum ass team. So my thing is Bradley Beal, because he hasn't elevated nobody, he should take a pay cut so they can get more dudes. That's the way I.
First and foremost, his
let me,
check is not preventing them. I just thought about that because we talked about it. His check is not preventing them to get
it cuts in
they
this
gotta
stuff.
spend a certain amount.
But it cuts in this stuff. That
Bill, I want to spend a dime. Over
listen, Darius Garland.
Y'all watch Bradley Bill lately?
Yes,
but
Darius Garland, one good year. This is first good year, and you cash him out. Yeah. Zion, we don't know if he gonna be in shape this week. Now he looked like he in shape. Now he not in shape. We don't know. Zach LaVine, another guy, never won anything.
But you can't put it on
time out. I'm just going through the list. Karl Anthony Towns, he didn't win until I keep saying Anthony Edwards. That's his team. So to me, what I'm saying is, if you're an owner, I could take that 224 through 4 years. That's like what, 6 a year, 5 a year, 50. What's that? What, like 50 something? Damn near. Well, how much is that a year?
How much is it?
Over 50.
No, what are you getting?
224 for 4 years. Damn. Come on, man. Karl Anthony Towns, shout out to him.
But that's what the market is called. But what I'm saying is, when you say they never won nothing, they don't deserve it because they never won it. You can't put that on that. You got to put that on everybody else but them. The GM, the owner, on going out and getting people and people wanting to come to that city. What I'm
saying is, you see what James Harden just did. I'm not that guy.
James Harden already got them checks, though.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, James Harden was making nobodies look good. These guys, Bradley Beal and them, are just getting their stuff off. Zach LaVine what I'm saying, even at Jalen Brunson, I would say he deserved the money.
Nah, but see, I also, now mind you, and he coming to my team, but let's not forget he played us alongside of Luka, which made his job much easier.
Yeah, it did. So ain't no telling where it's gonna be. But what I'm saying, out of all these guys, he's the only one that has done something. None of these other guys, Devin Booker. So Chris Paul
all these guys made all
these guys get buckets. They're individual dudes. That's what I'm saying. They're not going to help our team.
Yes, they are. And you need an individual scorer on each team.
I know you do, but you need more than that.
Yeah, that's what them other dudes is for. The dudes that don't get paid that much.
Okay, so what's your thoughts, people, on everybody getting these crazy checks? Who's worth the money? Who's not worth the money? Keep it a C note with us. Vito, how you feel about Brunson going to New York, your boys?
I'm a fan of Brunson.
You like it? So you like the move?
Yeah, it's just not. We need more. We need I feel like Brunson brings something to the table. I feel like we should have got rid of. I can't think of his fucking name. Randall. I think we should get rid of Randall because he's getting a nice check.
Right.
And we need somebody like a 2-guard who can strictly get buckets.
Right.
Because that's what we're lacking.
Okay. Do you like that Brunson to the Knicks, John?
I don't know, because I was still a fan of who they get it? Didn't they give up somebody though?
Kemba Walker traded.
Kemba.
Yeah, Kemba's done.
I mean, I always like Jalen Brunson. I knew he wasn't going to be too long under Luka's wing.
Right.
But I like him in New York. I like him. I think that's a good move. That's a good pickup out of New York.
Okay. What's your thoughts, people? How you feel on Jalen Brunson going to the Knicks? Keep it a C note with us. How about Rudy Gobert going to Minnesota? What's your thoughts on that? Keep it a C note with us.
I feel like that's a good move for me. I think what they need to do though is get rid of D'Angelo Russell and get if they would have got a point guard like Jalen Brunson and got rid of Russell with Anthony Edwards at the 2, and then you still got Karl Anthony Towns at the 4 and Gobert at the 5, they would have been rocking.
So you like them to play as Twin Towers?
Hell yeah, because Karl Anthony Towns is a scoring, really a power forward that can score. He can stretch the floor.
I actually agree.
I think that's a good move.
So you like the move?
I mean, it helps Minnesota out and put Cat into a better scoring position. Yeah.
Okay.
And mind you, Cat also plays the defense too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I agree with y'all. I definitely like Gobert going there. Anytime you can add more defense to a team, and you can never have enough defense. What's your thoughts, people? Rudy Gobert to the Timberwolves. How you feel about it? Keep the C note with us. What about Dejounte Murray? He went to Atlanta to play with the Hawks. How y'all like that? Keep the C note.
At first, I didn't know why they would do that, but then I seen a press conference where he said that they was in a rebuilding stage and they wanted to see him win now.
Right.
Which is thorough if that's the case.
Right.
But I would have loved to have him over Brunson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That will get busy.
Yeah, I think I would take him over Brunson too.
All right. Well, let me ask you this though: do you play him at the 1 or the 2?
Now you want to play him at the 2.
Why? Strictly because he's bigger? Because he's more of a
no, because he's more of a can stick more wings and all
on defense. But I'm talking about offense. I feel like he controls the floor more than.
Oh yeah, on offense he gonna hit him. Trey could shoot off the catch, so
I would definitely take him over Jalen Brunson. But for the fact that I like him, that's a good move. Is that for the fact that they still got John Collins?
I agree because John Collins was supposed to be in them trades and.
Yeah, because DeJounte Murray or whatever, he's a good playmaker, and any extra playmaker on the floor with John Collins is going to boost.
Right, and you give up you lose Gallinari and some draft picks. Like that's a hell of a win in my book. What's your thoughts, people? Dejounte Murray to the Hawks. How you feel about it? Whose boy is this? John Wall. He going to the Clippers.
I like it.
Keep it a C. No, you like it?
Yeah, I like it.
How you feel about it?
I don't think it's going to work.
Why not?
Because John Wall, ball dominant. Even though Paul George can shoot off the ball, play off the ball, he's still more successful with the ball in his hand, and you still got the claw.
Okay.
Like, he not ball. Him and Paul just play off the ball, but I feel
he's
like
ball
they still
dominant,
need
but
the ball.
he's a playmaker though. John Wall.
He is, but that's if he's
John.
See, we don't know what John Wall we get because he ain't played in 2 years.
Right, that's a fact.
You think he's gonna be attacking?
My thoughts on it would be more so of a question. And my question for y'all is John Wall is on the Clippers now. Who plays more games? Him, Paul George, or Kawhi Leonard? Keep it a C note.
Paul George.
That's my thoughts on it. Who play he plays the most games?
Yeah.
And then who?
It's a toss.
Who you got, John? Paul George?
Paul George definitely, but then I don't know. Kawhi, he had his hiatus for long enough. I think he's going to have a long season next year.
Okay. What's your thoughts, people? John Wall to the Clippers. Keep it a C note. Who plays more games? John Wall, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard. Let us know 3-1. Keep it a C note with us. KD once out. Kyrie on his way out. How do y'all feel about it? KD want to go to Phoenix. Phoenix was saying he wanted to go to Phoenix. So, Brooklyn saying they not giving him up unless they getting Booker back.
Yeah, I can see Phoenix ain't giving up all that.
How y'all feel about it?
KD to Phoenix, if they keep
KD just wanting out. Period. How do you feel about it? Okay, so you good with it? Yeah. And how do y'all feel about he only want to go to top teams like Miami, Phoenix? How you feel about that? Is that cool?
That's cool because at this stage in his career, why would he want to go to a bum ass team?
Okay.
I don't know if Phoenix I don't feel like that would work. Miami would work better than Phoenix.
What do you think if you had to put KD somewhere and say if they just get KD, they going to win the chip? But you got to remember, you're going to have to take somebody off the team.
Yeah, if you subtract Harden and put KD in there, the Sixers, that'd be love.
But Brooklyn ain't taking Harden back.
And they not trading for the same.
I would like to see him with Miami.
Yeah, Miami would be good because all that defense around him. I think they get rid of Tucker.
Okay,
yeah, I do. The Sixers.
All I'ma say is this: I do not. Whatever the top 4 teams was in the NBA last year, record wise, as long as they're still together, I don't want Kevin Durant on none of them teams. Mm-hmm. That's how I feel about it.
Ain't mad at that.
Let's keep it a C note real quick, right? We always say Steph, the chef, is the greatest shooter ever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who's the top 5 greatest shooters of all time? Keep it a C note with us.
Want me to start it off?
Yeah, you ain't been here in a while to dream.
Well, obviously, Steph, Clay 1, 2.
Okay.
I'm going to say 3, Larry Bird.
Okay.
4, I'm going to go Ray Allen.
Okay. 5,
I'm going to go Reggie Miller.
Okay. What you got, John? Keep it a C note.
I got the same folks, but in a different order, though. I respect Steph. I do. And I think he gets that by default by heavy shooting volume And I know he does shoot the struggle shots, but there's also a lot of dumbass shots. He does not have the greatest 3-point percentage of all time, though, but he does shoot at a high percentage. I do give him that.
Hold on, before you go further, percentage also got to do with shots taken and shots making. So if you take less shots and make a good amount, your percentage should be higher, but you're not scoring. Look, he has all records of threes made in the season, threes made in the playoffs, threes made in the championship.
I understand that. He's like he's like around 42.8. So you're making like 4 to 10.
Let me get this. I'm just trying to understand. You're saying that
and
his volume
and because his volume and all that, I do put him at 1. And because of that, I cannot put Bird that high up because Bird's numbers, as far as like made, is not up there.
But we talking about
shooter, and I understand that.
Listen,
and then we threw Clay out there, and let me tell you how many. I mean, yes.
So Clay, Steph is your 1.
Steph is my 1.
Okay.
Oh, what you about to say about Clay though?
Yeah, what you was about to say.
Clay's up there. I don't know if he's 2, 3, or whatever, but he's around that area.
How many points did he score in that third quarter?
Yo, he scored a shitload. But can I tell you all these other people that got?
Hold on, not yet though. Give us your list though. Give us the rest of your list.
Yeah, but then it's between like Ray and Clay, 2 or 3, and then 4 Reggie, 5 Bird.
Wow.
Huh? Because 3-point is made.
So wait a minute, we got to get a definite 2 and a definite 3.
Hold on, listen, you can't just go by the made because like you said the volume of the game is different. We talking about
how many you made shots throughout your career. I had to average it. How many you made throughout your season during your prime.
John, you got to give us a definite number 2 and a definite number 3. All that is we need who's 2, who's 3. Is it Clay? Is it Ray? Keep it a C note.
I mean, either way, it doesn't matter.
That's why we saying top 5.
All right,
Clay and Ray.
I put Clay at number 2. He's a pure shooter.
Okay.
But, never mind.
Shout out to brother X. But what? Go ahead. If you want,
you
got.
Because
hold on, you've been having a problem with Clay.
No, I do. But he is a pure shooter. He has proven that spot. But as far as numbers goes and stats of what he has accomplished, as far as the 3-point made, I mean. There's people above him that did more at the 3-point.
Okay,
but at the same time,
we're talking nicer
but at the
jumper
same time, we're talking shooting.
I feel like you're looking at the wrong shit. You're looking at percentage, how many he's made.
Right.
Now, you can look at that too, but nobody ever scored. What did he score? Then at 40 points in 1 quarter? Nigga had a 60-point game in 3 quarters.
Wait, and how many dribbles?
You can't 11.
How many
11. You can't say that about nobody.
All right, but you can say like stuff about Jordan scoring like 60-some points with no 3-points. You can say stuff about Wilt scoring 100 points in a game, but in like
but
certain
do you notice
things,
but on 11 dribbles.
I give him.
You're naming great. Shout out to Vito. You can't
but let's not forget, I did not have Clay at number 5.
Okay.
I did not have him at number 4. I had him up there. I respect game breaking out game
at the same time.
Right, I just want to know, John.
Put some spec
keep
on
it a C note because the last couple weeks you've been going at Klay Thompson. Yeah. Or do you not?
Because I'm mad at
him. Wait. Is he overhyped or no cap to you? Is that because this is what I gotta ask you? Because you're starting to make me think like.
And I would let her hear this answer because
I gotta see how he played next year.
Because I remember when we did the predictions of who will win the championship this year.
I was not impressed by him in the playoffs at all.
Before the season started, you said Golden State.
He's not the same.
If Clay comes back healthy, Clay wasn't even 100% healthy, and they still won that shit.
All right, and he didn't play like Clay. I said I was not impressed. I'm not.
Okay, but it is his first season back.
Yeah, it is his first. That's why I said I will give him another season.
Okay,
a slack.
Shout out to Vito. He's been going for 2 weeks trying to get his mind right. I mean, Golden State is from the Bay Area where they just moved to San Fran, right? Everybody winning chips around him, so he went away for 2 weeks, get his mind right. He come back, we got the same list. I got Steph 1, Clay 2, Bird 3, Ray at 4, and I got Reggie Miller at 5. So shout out to the Dream Vito. He come back focused. So we will ask him that magic question at the end of the show because he looks focused. But keep it a C note with his people. The greatest 5 shooters ever in the history of the NBA. Who are they? Keep it a C note with us. I don't know who's man. Anybody man? Joe Biden? Is Joe Biden anybody's man? I mean, Joe Biden says Americans will have to stomach high gas prices as long as it takes to beat back Putin's invasion of Ukraine. Keep it a C-note. How y'all feel about that?
Y'all voted, folks voted for him.
Joe Biden full of shit, man. Fuck him.
I don't want to hear. I mean, not you, Vito, but I don't want to hear from like these folks out here getting mad at Biden and shit like that. They gave you the warning signs in the fucking beginning and shit. Y'all still voted for his ass just to go against Trump,
Yeah.
Right.
But
right.
at the end of the day,
and they ain't picked the lesser of the two evils.
that's what I say. That's all it is. They're trying to figure out the lesson. But you didn't know what you was getting from Joe Biden because you never had him.
I knew what I was getting.
You
from
knew
Joe
what you was
Biden.
getting from Trump.
Yeah, I knew exactly.
But
They both locked him and Joe and that hoe. I'll say it on record. They both locked up a whole bunch of black people, and they still got them locked up. So fuck Joe Biden. Joe Biden and that crime bill, and fuck Kamala Harris for fucking being the D over there in Cali and shit, locking up all these brothers and shit off of weed and shit.
Shout out, brother X.
And they
Say it
got,
with
and
your
it's
chest.
fucking legal and shit in Cali. There's still brothers who's now serving because of her.
Let me say something about that. When people say weed is legal now, and people are locked up for weed, they were locked up for it when it was illegal.
Right.
So it was against the law at the time. It's legal now, and if I feel like they serve a certain amount of time, they should definitely be out.
I'm gonna say that segment about like weed being illegal because it looks like you're okay with weed being illegal.
So
No, I'm saying that I'm not okay with none of that shit because it's legal now. But what I'm saying is, when them dudes got locked up, they knew it was illegal, and it was illegal, and you knew the chance. You took the chance, and you went to jail for that shit.
okay.
At the end of the day, just because it's legal now doesn't mean it
So
changed
you're
what they
okay.
did in their time.
All right. So let me ask you a question though. So you don't think like the drug laws for weed
Drug laws,
is
period.
not too high?
Listen,
Drug
I don't feel
laws,
like
period.
I don't feel like nobody should get a life sentence for any drug related
But
offense.
see, you're saying that it's
Because it's not
okay.
violent.
It's not okay for somebody to get a wrongful sentence on fucking weed. I don't care what they say. If it is or isn't a law. Slavery, like we were slaves, that was a law before.
You're not listening.
I'm
Look
sorry,
at Brother X.
I don't care
X,
that it's a law.
that shit went over his head.
I
You're
don't
not
care that
listening.
it's a law, and they knew that it was a law.
You're not
They were
listening.
slaves before,
You
and they still
turned
tried to run off.
You turned it into something else. You talking about being over sentenced. I ain't debating about none of that. Hold on, let me finish. Everybody goes sentenced. But what I'm saying is, it was illegal at the time. Even if you got the right sentence or you over sentenced, it was illegal at the time.
Right.
That's the point I'm making. If you got over sentenced for some weed, that's fucked up.
There's this word that they use a lot in law enforcement. This is a word called discretion and shit. That can definitely fuck up somebody's life and shit. And it's just their judgment and shit on weed, it's forced on black folks, because the same folks can be getting the same treatment on whites, but it's not happening the same way.
Okay, are you okay with the cops shooting motherfuckers and getting away with it?
Kamala Harris did not change anything with that.
Are you okay with the cops shooting
There was
somebody?
a guy about to
You're
get
not
executed.
answering the question.
There was a guy got about to get executed,
Yeah.
and she did not provide no type of evidence to try to get this
all
man
that.
straight.
Answer my
Brother is a brother. How
Are
you gonna
you
say fuck him?
okay with the police shooting people?
No, I'm not okay. I'm a realist. I'm not for either side. You cannot box me in. Like everything.
You're not for either side. What are you talking about?
Like for police or against police.
I'm confused. Are you okay with police shooting people in the street?
No, I said no. No.
Okay, but you know they get away with that shit because police themselves, right?
Right.
And that we allow.
What the fuck are you gonna do? You talking about we allow? How you gonna stop it?
Yo, first of all, we got
he's talking. He's black, y'all.
Yeah.
First
black,
of all, we
he
got to
talking
invest in
movement.
our neighborhoods and first get into
That
y'all
ain't
council
nothing.
folks. No, seriously. Now, my biggest problem with policing nowadays is that y'all got tigers overseeing lions and shit. Y'all got us mixed up. There should not be no white folks policing around in these fucking black neighborhoods and shit. I don't know if you remember the boy that got, there was a guy who had a knife down in West Philly. And it was 2 rookie cops. They ain't had no tasers. Down for a 302 case, a crazy person down in West Philly, knowing damn well they shouldn't have been handling that type of situation. They were both rookies, no tasers, so the only escalation that they have is guns.
So, time out.
What you're saying is half right, but you're saying it's half wrong. It don't have nothing to do with the color of the police. I feel like
It
does.
does,
Hold
bro.
on, let me finish, man. I feel like
That's
the police
colonizing.
you
When you have somebody overseeing another
man.
group of people, but go ahead.
The police in your neighborhood should be from your neighborhood.
Okay.
So if you live in a white neighborhood, the police should be white. If you live in a mixed neighborhood,
are white now because they're so damn gentrified. But back in the day,
yeah, but I don't like that either, though, Vito.
No, I'm gonna tell you why.
But let me ask you this, though, Vito, because we gotta go to the next topic.
No,
but if they from our neighborhood, right?
But not from our neighborhood.
Time out. If we got police policing from our neighborhood, right, and we was young boys and we was smacking these 3 guys around. You want them to actually, or you think they actually should be policing that same neighborhood where the guys that was slapping them around?
Because everybody didn't slap them around, and for that,
and you do something, they know exactly where you live, where you are, your area. That's
what you was gonna say,
Vito. Anyway, so, but why I say it should be from the neighborhood because. Are you saying they got people from other states coming police in this neighborhood, and then you saying these white people are shooting black people in the neighborhoods?
Right.
They shouldn't be in these neighborhoods. That's why the police in the neighborhood should be from neighborhoods for that reason. Because it's easier to de-escalate the situation if
so you mean like I know you mean like I know John, we ain't gotta shoot him like
exactly. Okay. It's easier to de-escalate the situation. If I'm a cop, even if I slapped this nigga around when he was younger, he know John. He not gonna be quick to bust John. That's because he know John. He know your parents. He got a relationship with your parents. You talking about he know where they live? Niggas do commit crime all the time, and cops don't know where they live, but they go to jail all the time.
All right, wait, because there's cops all the time, and I see it nowadays. There are good cops. Now, the only part of policing I do stand for is the fire and emergency side, because people got called 911 when there's some person shot, there was a fire or something like that. So I do support that aspect of it. But there are police officers that are good, that are not from that neighborhood, that know more about another neighborhood than the people that are around there. No, I do not want
you
people.
Can't know more about that neighborhood if you're not from
what are you talking about? This is the city of Philadelphia. No, it is possible. No, and I'm gonna tell you how it is possible. I'll let you finish. I'll let you finish.
Not from my neighborhood. It's impossible.
Are you done?
Yes.
All right. Now, it is a law in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia police, they cannot live in the same district that they patrol. That's a law. They cannot. So with that being said, because if something happens, they know exactly what area that officer lives in. It cannot happen.
That don't even, first of all, you don't have to live in that neighborhood.
No, all I'm saying at the end of the day, if there was 2 black officers that would have responded to that 302 black kid in West Philly, that kid might have still been alive. That's
all right, now do the math on that.
So
imagine if they was from the hood and they grew up the kid.
No situation is certain.
So you're saying there's no chance at all that no blacks wouldn't have shot that kid?
I'll give you one chance. If they would have grew up in that neighborhood, they would have known that boy's 302. You dig what I'm saying?
And those cops, they weren't from around there. They didn't know that kid.
Exactly.
That's why he's saying they should be from the neighborhood.
No, but see, that's white folks' period. I don't buy that. I'm sorry.
Nigga, if they was black or white, if they grew up in that neighborhood and they know that their boy's 302, he had a better chance of surviving.
No. My man just got lit up 60. Akron, Ohio, he got lit up 60 shots. He didn't even have a fucking gun. He was a black kid. Guess who the shoot officers were?
But time out.
Were they look like me today? Were they white?
Time out,
it's
though.
It's obvious.
Time out, though, because
this,
yes,
because that is
this. Hold on, because we gotta go to the next topic. But this needs to be on one of your conspiracy corners. Because
no, this is not a conspiracy. No. This is what it is.
No.
What you call it?
No, conspiracy corner. No, that's what I called it. That's what I called it.
No. Because it's a lot of propaganda that go on. So we what I mean by propaganda is that we all know sitting here that white cops have shoot white people too. We know that black cops shoot black people too, but they're only going to report what they want to report.
My man in Kentucky shot 3 officers and a K-9 police officer in Akron, Ohio. Did he get taken away alive? Yes. So, I mean, I could keep going on with shootings and with people that did not.
Yes,
do not
but what I'm saying, I would listen to what I said because I said propaganda. Time out. I'm saying propaganda. So everything you're going to list is stuff that you heard that they're making a big deal about. In the news, the public media. What I'm saying is if you go behind the scenes and look it up, I'm pretty sure you can find white kids or white people killed by white people that was unarmed, or blacks killed by black officers that was unarmed. I'm pretty sure, but they're going to push what they want to push. But let me ask y'all this before we wrap it up. I guess everybody's against Biden. This for the people out there. Keep it a C note with us. If you voted for Joe Biden, are you regretting it? Let us know. let's talk about, because we talking about neighborhoods and all that. Let's talk about Philly, because, you know, it's a lot going on with Ukraine, but we have our own little war in the city. Kensington has become a national story everywhere. It's basically turned into a zombie land. Drug addicts down there, a bunch of drug selling going on, a bunch of violence. Nothing is really being done to clean it up. I mean, you got kids walking through needles and all type of stuff. What needs to happen? How do we fix Kensington? Keep it a C note.
It's on you, John.
Because I mean, I don't want to take it to a conspiracy.
Go ahead.
Take it there.
No,
Take it there, brother X. Take
Oh,
it
brother X,
wanna
let me cut you off. Don't keep saying what you don't want to do. Do that
because
shit.
to me, it's all about money. It's all about money. Anytime I see a drug bust down there, all I see is a snitch that kept himself on the radar and kept himself on the payroll with Philadelphia police. Like, I think that this is something that the feds or the CIA could have got into, but they don't. They know it's a free drug land, and they know that there's drug dealers out there, and they know that these officers really ain't stepping out to do nothing.
But the officers, to me, is only like you answer to somebody, so you can't. You a street level. You can't just go hit corners without being told to.
We have like war on drugs, like stopping for sweeps and all that. But for some reason, we won't bring in the National Guard for this or try to clean up the streets. They could.
Nah, not
so you
not
say,
just for that.
hold on, you saying they for Kensington is that bad that they should bring the National Guards in?
The sweep, because police cannot handle it. Not unless everybody keeps screaming this to defund the police. But if you defund the police, I mean, they don't have folks out there to try moving along. But at the same time, I don't believe that shit because I don't know if police are actually out there doing their job, collecting the check. But I do think if you want that shit cleaned up, you got to get the National Guard out there to clean them up because it's not going nowhere.
Nah, I don't think that
lawmakers, they're not doing nothing to get that shit cleaned up. And I mean, you know how many complaints they're getting from residents down there, and nothing is changing. Like, their politicians are still staying in office around there.
Right.
Like, all this is about somebody's pockets are getting wet. A lot of people.
What you feel about it? Keep it a C note, Vito.
I don't feel like they need the National Guard. I feel like he said what he said about the politicians. If whoever's in office, all they gotta do is say, "Yo, go clean that shit up," and that shit'll get done.
But how many? Imagine the manpower that you would need to clean that up.
It's not going to be easy to.
It's not, but it's gonna take some time. But you talking about how much manpower? Think about it. We all say the cops don't really do shit as it is, so you can take cops from other spots that ain't. Because let's act like it ain't neighborhoods that don't really have as much crime as down there, like Roxborough and shit like that. You can pull officers from Chester, all over the place to get it done.
You could, but like when they had those stupid ass, I don't agree with them marches and looting and all that. Last time when they had the George Floyd thing, they did bring out the National Guard out in certain areas. Okay. And if they could do it for that, why can't they do it for something like that? For something like as a strip, like
I feel like the National Guard was there.
I'm like, and have a whole like I open up a warehouse and have a medical building because a lot of them gonna need medical attention. So seriously, because I mean, they're gonna need somewhere to go.
Time out. Shout out to me, right? Because I be telling y'all stuff y'all don't listen, right? Kensington is the perfect example, and what y'all saying with the National Guard, Kensington is the perfect example of when I tell you, especially you, Brother X, it ain't black or white. It's about money. Everything is about, and this is why I tell you that, right? It's just as many white people, maybe more, that's toe up down Kensington. And why don't they get help? Because they not just that though. What I'm saying is, why do the upper class white folks don't care about them? Because they poor white folks. You see what I'm saying? They look at them totally different. This thing is not about skin color, even though my brother X is always going to keep it like that. But to me, this is about rich and poor. Yeah. So they're going to keep that neighborhood down. They don't care about the whites that's affected in it. That's even with the National Guards. When you're talking about the National, they brought them in to protect them stores and all that. Like, the National Guards wasn't everywhere they was looting. They wasn't in the hood. They wasn't on Germantown and Lehigh when they was looting. They was places like downtown where is money at. That's all.
And only specific spots downtown because downtown was still getting a hit.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. To me, it's always been about Richard Paul. Kensington is a total mess. You got everybody, and I see what y'all saying about hitting, but I read an article where they said, because they just did a recent indictment or a big case down there, and they said that they're saying that every time they hit a major spot in Kensington, no, they're saying that that's not happening no more. They're claiming that once they run people off this corner, then it's not, nobody is replacing them, that they getting the message. That's what they're saying. But my thing is, if that's the case, you would do it at a more rapid pace, right?
And then it wouldn't be no more. That shit, if you hit A Street, B Street gonna start popping.
Right.
And then when you hit B Street, A Street gonna open back up. So ain't nobody
all I'm gonna say is that black folks, we don't own no boats to get all that shit over here.
None of us do.
And another thing,
but Puerto Ricans don't own no boats.
I understand your point, and I do believe that there's a poor and rich class separation why they're not caring about those folks. But I honestly believe if it was just black folks, you wouldn't even hear about it. Yes, it's not about black and white down there, but you know about it because the white folks are down there. Now, if it wasn't no white folks down there, only Philadelphians would know about it. People outside, and I mean, unless you're a junkie, would know about it.
You know about it because it's a whole epidemic down there within this city.
Because it got around.
No. Yeah, it's been like that for years down there. Kensington has been like that for years. Like a lot of people. It's getting worse now because everybody migrating from down there.
NBC,
but what I'm saying, time out. Originally, Kensington was more white people.
It was
down there. So what I'm saying, when I mean it's been like that for years, is because it's national attention now because it's at an all-time high. Like they got certain blocks where it's just nothing but
right now you get everything.
Homeless people living out there.
You got Spanish folks out down there, white folks.
You got everybody,
everything.
And you know why? Because they pushed everybody out of these neighborhoods. Temple taking up everything. This school taking up everything.
And one way you on North, another way you Badlands.
Exactly. That was my next point. I'm glad you said that because before Kensington was on a national level, like I said, it's always been bad down Kensington. But you had the Badlands. The Badlands was just as worse. Now you got everybody from over the Badlands migrating. Kensington got South Philly people down there, West Philly. Everybody is down Kensington. So now that's why it's become more of a bigger problem. You got, like y'all said, the neighbors complaining about kids constantly going to school, needles here, needles there. So it's bad. You know what I mean? So I don't know what the fix is, but I will ask y'all both a question, right? We talked about The Wire a couple weeks ago, and we did the 20th anniversary, 20-year anniversary, right? Mm-hmm. On The Wire, one season they had designated drug areas. They called it Amsterdam. And the statistics on it, now it's just a TV show, said that the crime went, violent crime and all that. Do you think if cities implemented drug zones, like legal drug zones, where they policed it, do you think it would decrease the violence and the tension in the city? Like, keep it a C note.
It's possible. I think it's possible. But at the same time, if, say, they have a designated drug zone, and you know how drugs is, whoever got the best shit gonna make the most money.
Right.
So if you in this one zone, and everybody see that this nigga's getting all the money, that might make the violence pop off too. So I don't think there's no way to stop the violence, but it's possible that the violence can decrease a little bit.
Okay, what's your thoughts, John?
I think there is still going to be some violence, especially when
we know it's always going to be, but would it decrease violence?
With competition within that area, though.
That's my thing, yeah.
I think it's definitely going to be competition, beef around there, because if you have a designated area, only but so many people can hustle and be down there. I mean, I don't know. I would have to.
This is my thing, right? This is my thing because they kind of already exist, right?
They do, because the Kensington is that area.
Kensington is that area.
I'm talking about legally. Let's just look at it like this, right? You got dispensaries, weed dispensaries. You got one right here. You got one 7-8 blocks down, right? So what I'm saying is I hear all y'all, what y'all saying about competition, But if it's legalized, like if this area we could come and hustle, and I'm working for John, and I see Vito strip is booming. This is a free market. Now I'm going to jump. Like what I'm saying is, I don't think we would have is because I think more people.
Let me say this:
like
if it's how they had it on the wire, it'd still be surviving. How you're saying this is more corporate. They're cutting out the street guys. If they have like coke and crack and heroin, how they have dispensaries, then yeah, that'd increase all that shit. But if it's still the same way, like street level, it still be surviving.
Yeah, I think violence gonna go up though. I had to think about
I don't think it would go up
because like who's gonna eat?
I don't think violence would go up because
decrease, but
at the end of the day, like a lot of these, like I tell people, right? When these kids go to jail, you know how you see the memes, think about home cooked meals, think about hitting a chick and all that. What alleviates a lot of nonsense, and I see it all the time. I grew up around these type guys. People that's getting money on a certain level, like when you getting a steady income, a good money, you don't want no trouble really. You will take trouble, but you don't really want no trouble. So what I'm saying is, I don't think if you got the typical one guy, couple guys here and there that's naturally going to hate, John and Brown and jump shift and went to Vito. Like, you got that's probably going to happen. But what I'm saying is, if more kids was getting money selling drugs, I don't think they would be, nobody wants to risk that. No, because what I'm saying is, Vito, you go on a lot of trips, you do a lot of, what I'm saying is the average kid, when they get that feeling, like I said, if something comes to me, that don't mean I'm not going to handle it. But dudes that's getting a certain amount of money, they don't really want no trouble.
Well, just let me make this statement about drugs in general. I feel like, going back to the conversation me and John was saying, I feel like nobody should really go to jail for drugs, period. Because at the end of the day, I'm not forcing you to buy this drug. You're volunteering to come to me and buy this drug, for one.
Right.
And for two, the only reason why I feel like it's illegal is if the government can't control it
money.
and making no money off it.
Right.
Like, you see weed, they're trying to legalize now because they can control it now.
Right.
Can't control that.
That's why I said if we had these drug zones, because you know they would. What I'm saying is, the same way time out. What I'm saying is, you know how the same way you saying we should do this for Kensington, we should do that, it ain't enough people, we should call in the National Guards. I guarantee you, if you put these drug zones in the city and they're getting their cut off of it, they're going to make sure there's no violence in a 10-block radius. Yeah. That zone will be protected like the president is there. I guarantee you, when it's their money, they're not going to play like that, bro. They're going to have the top-notch cops, police officers around them I'm telling you. Okay. You know it, John.
No, but see, here's my thing. The only good thing I see out of that is that we wouldn't see brothers getting locked up for that shit. But I don't know, man. Like, I wouldn't want to see that shit in nobody's city. I mean, I don't.
I'd rather see that than anything, because at the end of the day, drugs ain't going nowhere.
They're not.
If it ain't one thing, if one thing got style, something else is coming in.
Right.
So.
What's your thoughts, people? If you're from Philly, if you seen Kensington, a section of Philadelphia in the national media, what do you think needs to happen to clean it up? If we did drug-free zones in cities, do you think it would bring the violence down, keep it a C note with us? All right, let's talk movies. Let's go. Since we all on the street tip, we're not gonna go street, but let's go top 5 mob movies / gangster movies. Let me set it off, because my joint might be a little bit debatable, right? And I know y'all might get mad at me. 5, I got Casino. 4, I got Frank White, King of New York. 3, I got The Godfather. 2,
the whole series?
I got 1.
Okay.
Part 1. I think that's the best one. At 2, underrated movie. I don't think it gets enough credit. Shout out Al Pacino. I got Carlito's Way.
Yes, that's my shit.
And number 1, back to back, like Drake, or back to back, like Golden State when they won a chip. I got Scarface, Tony Montana, Al Pacino again. Shout out to Al Pacino.
Shout out to Brown with a good list for once in his life.
Hey, I'm trying, man.
Right,
I'm
John,
trying.
it's on you.
Who
No,
you
you
got,
got it.
John?
No, you got it, Vito.
No,
I'll let you go
Who you
first.
got, Vito? Vito throwing shots like Cooper Cup ain't the top dog and all that. Like, come on, man.
He a player, but he ain't no player.
Okay.
All right, my number 5. A lot of motherfuckers might know about this, John. Miller's Crossing. Classic. Y'all gotta check that out.
Okay.
My number 4, The Godfather. If Godfather is lower,
Which one you talking?
I'm just talking about in
All
general,
of them? Okay.
because it's a little lower because it's more drawn out,
Right.
and it's a lot of spots in it that is just don't really have nothing to do with nothing.
Right.
But it's still a good movie, especially number 1.
Okay.
Number 3, Scarface.
Okay.
Can't go wrong with Tony Montana.
Tony.
Any nigga that go against the plug, gotta fuck him.
Yeah.
Well, number 2, a lot of niggas don't know about this Joan, but a lot of niggas do. Hoodlum.
Okay,
Larry
yeah, that's a
Fitzgerald.
good one. Shout out
Classic
Vito. You
shit.
focus, Vito.
And the number 1, it gotta be Goodfellas, man.
You got Goodfellas?
Gotta be Goodfellas.
See, that's why I said my list was debatable because I thought I was going to get ground up for not having Goodfellas.
Because you actually had a couple on there that I forgot about, like King of New York,
Right.
And Carlito's Way. And Carlito's Way is my shit. I forgot about
But
all of them.
this is why, because I didn't get to mention, that's why I said it might have been like up in the air because my honorable mention wasn't even Goodfellas. It was A Bronx Tale.
Sonny, yo, that's my shit.
So
too.
I'm like, once I didn't say, I'm like, when I don't put
See,
Goodfellas
one thing about
in,
these lists, you can't go wrong because
I just thought everybody was going to grind me up about the Goodfellas stuff.
I ain't
Man.
mad at your list. It's a good list.
Who you got, John? Keep it a C note.
First off, I do like Scarface, but I'm biased against that movie.
Why? Why, brother? X?
Cubans don't fuck with us, and we fuck with them so fucking hard, bro.
He is
They
black,
they got
y'all.
special names for us, and we all never mind. But at
you
num-
can't give all
at-
Cubans a
at
case.
number 5, I got Godfather 2. Number 4, Godfather 3. Number 3.
You
Yeah.
put all of them
Yeah,
in.
and number 3, Godfather 1. And number 2, American Gangster. And number 1, Hoodlum.
Okay, Hoodlum. And y'all both had Hoodlum. You said American Gangster. Okay. What's your thoughts, people? Top 5 mob/gangster movies. Let us know who you got. Keep it a C note with us. It's about that time. Vito ain't been here yet for your conspiracy corner, John. But he's here, so he gonna learn today. What you got going on with your conspiracy corner today, John? What we talking about?
Well, my thing is that I don't think nothing. A lot of these events that have been going on, nothing is by accident. Like with Dr. Sebi, I look at him, big nutritionist. Didn't use like type of pharmaceutical type stuff to heal you. He used all natural stuff, and he healed people from across the board. Beat the Supreme Court. But then it's funny that he died shortly after he's taken in American custody. It's funny what we did to him.
Right.
One of the most healthiest guys. Then Nick Cannon. I'm gonna keep my comments to myself with what I think of Nick Cannon right now. But
Let him
He
fly.
sold out.
Let him
he
fly.
definitely sold out.
Let them comments
He
fly.
definitely sold out. He was supposed to be doing a documentary. What happened to that shit? I know them Jew folks got to him, so they silenced his
Just
ass.
let me add on to what you were saying about the bacteria. I seen a list of holistic doctors. It was like 28 of them. All of them miraculously died.
All right, but
Some of them are white too.
I'm about
Miraculously.
to give folks a little history lesson, right?
Okay, what we got going on?
Let's go, Professor X.
School them.
All right, so
See your name, Professor X.
before the turn of the century, medicine and all that was pretty balanced throughout the world. Everybody knew about the herbs and all that,
Right.
and how to heal themselves. But then new medical treatments emerged that were definitely profitable. So people saw a way that they could profit off of medicine, right?
Right.
So the AMA, the American Medical Association, they joined with the strong financial forces, and they changed the whole shape of the medical industry.
Right.
And who I'm talking about, who they joined forces with, is a man named Carnegie, a guy named Morgan, and a guy we all know is Rockefeller, which I'm mad at Jay-Z took this motherfucker's name.
Talk to him, brother X.
And what these guys did, they financed surgery, radiation, and synthetic drugs. So that was what they was pushing, right?
Okay.
So this would become the new economic foundation of medical economy. So
New Amsterdam.
Yep. So basically,
No doubt.
how they did this, the takeover of the medical industry came over by the takeover of the medical schools.
Okay.
So Carnegie and Rockefeller told the American Medical Association, like, yo, we'll front up all this money to the schools or whatever, as long as they agree and cooperate with our curriculum that we put out, which is basically that synthetic drugs, radiation, that type of practice, right?
So let me ask you a question before you go on. If I'm a student right now, if I'm and I'm going to school, do I know that this stuff I'm studying is not official, or I'm not in the loop?
I was going to get to that because
okay, all right. Well, go ahead. If you're going to get to it, go ahead, finish that.
All right,
go ahead, finish. My bad. Pardon me, y'all.
All right, so yeah, Carnegie and Rockefeller, they gave the American Medical Association all this money.
Okay.
And then how they got into it, right, is that after they gave the Medical Association all this money, they said, well, is it cool if we put our folks on the board of directors so we can make sure our money is being spent right? Bad idea. So with that happening, like within overnight, all these schools got all these major grants, and they were able to have grants to fix up buildings, to get new equipment, brand nice new equipment, have the best laboratories, and you'll have the best top-notch teachers that you can afford at your universities.
Right.
So this curriculum was definitely being pushed throughout all the schools, and this is how basically we come to this nasty synthetic drug shit that we take now. And do I disagree with all vaccines? No, because I think at one point vaccines, they definitely did. They were out there to save people's lives, and how I know that sure is that they saved a lot of white people's lives with a lot of fucking pandemics and shit. So I mean, it wasn't for no bullshit back then. But like these new vaccines, I don't know. I don't believe in these overnight vaccines. I don't believe in
so your whole conspiracy is that they're making medicine for money and not to heal people.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, so if you go to a doctor today, he has the bare basic knowledge of nutrition. So if no matter what you go into a doctor's office for, I guarantee you will walk out with a prescription. Why? Because that's what he's trained to do. And what are you taking? Synthetic drugs to fucking kill you. And it's profitable. It's money making. All these Pfizer and Moderna, all that. This is all about money. It's not about making you healthy or nothing like that. And anything that they try to make you healthy is non-existent. Almost, they try to push it out the way. They put McDonald's. They put all this fast food in front of you. Everything that we see and it is in reach for us, obviously, is not good for us.
Think about it. The saying is there's no money in the cure. The money's in the medicine, not in the cure.
Yeah.
So if I cure it, it's over. And if I keep pushing medicine, I keep making money. And to build on what you said, which is in reach for us, McDonald's. There really, if you think about it, there are no really healthy stores to go to. Then if there is, they're shut down. Like McDonald's, that type of shit stay for 24 hours.
And then y'all got to look at who owns most of these franchises.
Time out. We also got to look at ourselves.
Yes,
because out of 10 people, 8 of them, maybe 9 of them is going to go to McDonald's instead of that healthy spot. So that healthy spot not going to make enough money. Is going to close down. On the flip side,
how it's McDonald's in every zone. If it was a healthy zone, if say you got 10 McDonald's in a 10-mile radius,
but that's why,
and one healthy spot. If it was 10 healthy spots and one McDonald's,
but that's why I'm saying this healthy spot not going to make enough money like McDonald's going to make to generate 10 more.
McDonald's is pushed more. If the healthy spots was pushed, like think about it, they had commercials with kids.
No. I understand. What I'm saying is, us as the people are far gone. So what I'm saying is, if you ride past 10 McDonald's, 10 people ride past 10 McDonald's, and right next to that McDonald's is a healthy spot, you still going to have 8 people going to like McDonald's.
That's pre-programming, though.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
But people do change, and people can have time to change. Like you. I'm not sure what you did before, but I know that you go to like Trader Joe and you eat organic now,
right?
And a lot of people don't do that now.
But a lot of people,
because it's expensive, and a lot of the healthy stuff is expensive.
Not just it's expensive. A lot of people, instead of changing, rather say, John, what you just said about the medicine is crazy. Mm-hmm. They would rather say that, like, come on, man, you reaching. What I'm saying is, you see the commercials with the medicine. Mm-hmm. It may cause this, that, and
Exactly.
the longest part of the commercial 30
effects.
seconds, 26 of it is
It's the
side effects.
Yep.
You know who's the ones who would say that shit to John? Or the older people who all they know is the medicine and the doctors tell them is golden.
Right.
Them baby boomers.
But
they
no,
don't know
not because you got a lot of older people, like we all got an uncle, a grandmom, a grandpa that's going to say, "Oh, this is an old remedy
that's
that
a
we."
dime a dozen,
right?
But that got to be older. But we talk about a certain generation, like 50s and 60s. All they know is medicine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So what's your thoughts, people? Keep it a C note. Is what John saying A1? Is the medicine? Are they making medicine to make money instead of helping us?
Yeah, they fucking experimenting.
Keep it a C note. They definitely experimented with that COVID vaccine.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
did. Now, I don't think everything that they did was bad, but I mean they did introduce radiation and shit like that, but they did find a lot of other technological.
Time out, because while we on that note, shout out it'll be on the screen. Since we talking about dispensaries from Pennsylvania and all that, it's a guy. He got diagnosed with brain cancer. They asked him, did he want to do radiation? He said no. He turned down radiation. He did RSO oil, the Ralph Sampson oil, which is cannabis oil. He did that for 6 months and no cancer detected after 6 months.
Radiation kills your immune system.
Yup. So, let me ask y'all this. Since we're on Conspiracy Corner, let me ask y'all this. Is there any chance at all that sports are rigged? Keep it a C note. Rigged. Not just rigged, because rigged means like, we fix a game. Scripted.
Scripted, I believe so.
Why you say that?
Because the betting, it should be too accurate, too close. And at the end of the day, it's kind of hard, but at the same time, like, I'm a little 50-50 on it because as far as the players, like, certain players you can't control. Like, they just want to win. It's just in them. So you got to go to a higher level of who you're yeah, I'm saying, getting to script this shit.
Right. What's your thoughts, John?
I think it's scripted to the point of it being rigged. Like, they know it's scripted. Like, we know Golden State, we're going to have them winning this series, and the refs or whatever will do whatever it takes. I don't know if they got players in place to shave a couple points. I don't know. But there's rigging, like, elements that might be put in place.
Let me ask y'all this, because shout out my guy Dame. He's been sending the Keep It a C Note podcast a lot of DMs on, like, what I said is with the shooting thing of he sent us the thing on the mass shooting, on why this, like, he's deep on the conspiracy thing. So I wanted to say shout out to Dame, like, but I seen something that it was like, and I sent it to you guys. Everybody that won the championship, they said the Rams won the championship. After the Rams won the championship, I don't know how many days it was after that, it'll be on the screen. Ukraine went to war. The Rams and Ukraine, same flag color. They said the Chicago Sky, LA Rams, Kansas Jayhawks, Golden State Warriors, I believe. I don't know if it was another team. All blue and yellow, same color as Ukraine. All won the championship. Vito, you said, and then because Dame sent me something, and when somebody sent us something, I click on who it is and I watch other videos. It was something that said that the blue and yellow makes green. That's why bosses, and you said that's a little too much. That's reaching. So I just wanted to say, is that a coincidence that all the teams that won the championship had blue and yellow? Do you think that's a coincidence?
That's fine. But all I'm saying is that definitely is a coincidence, and it's possibly with a conspiracy theory. But at the end of the day, when you're creating a conspiracy theory, sometimes you can take the smallest thing from each subject and try to, like, equate them as one, and you can make it look like something.
So even my thing, like, I got off my train of thought. Even when y'all say rig, we're at an all-time high on technology. Can we rig basketballs?
Yeah.
Can Kawhi Leonard shot that was over Embiid and a crazy angle? can it be manipulated by something to go in the hoop?
Something in the basketball?
Yes.
That's possible.
Is it possible?
Absolutely. The way all this technology. Yeah,
what I'm saying is because sometimes I'm like, if we got 300 and some NBA players, everybody can't be in on this is a fix. Some people got to not know. I would say the top guys, the guys that are sold to us, they probably know what's going on. So what I'm saying is, you take a guy like, I don't want to disrespect nobody and say, you take a guy like Drew Holiday, Van Fleet, they just chuck up a shot and it goes in. They think they the man. Can that ball be manipulated? Pause. To go and
like y'all remember when I forgot, it was something about the draft and Mutombo tweeted something before it came out and wound up coming out.
Right.
Yeah, so
and even with the even with, you got something to say, John?
No.
Even with the blue and yellow thing, I said, that's a reach. So I just was looking at a couple things like, let's say 9/11. 9/11, America got attacked. Who won the Super Bowl after that? The Patriots. Red, white, and blue colors. Because this is part of videos that I've seen. Shout out Dame again. So what I'm saying is,
punched itself. Go ahead.
huh?
That's if America got attacked, it punched itself. Go ahead.
But a lot of people
Somebody
saying 9/11 was staged.
absolutely.
So what I'm saying is 9/11 happened, and then the Patriots with the American flag colors, they rise up and become a dynasty. So is it, y'all saying it's possible
That's
that it can
definitely
be
possible, because that does make sense, because then it makes like the American people feel a little better about themselves.
You don't think it would have been the same way if the Dallas Cowboys would have won?
No.
So
America's
let me ask you
team?
this. Let me ask you this because
I think
it's
people
the
like to
Will
hate
Smith
Dallas.
movie too, where it was like they were doing stuff. It'll be on the screen where it was like subconsciously we let him see this and that all day, and then it's gonna be in his mind. So what I'm saying is, it's no big deal that the Rams win the Super Bowl. They got the same exact colors as the Ukraine flag. Ukraine goes to war with Russia and slightly after that. And we're siding with them. None of that is like, no.
I don't see it.
I don't see it.
I'm just asking. This is your
Because
segment, but I just want to.
Somebody wins a Super Bowl every year, but it's not a war every year.
Now, if it was like all the same state or something, I would have been like, all right, then that's something.
But I'm gonna send you guys something, right? Because I did see something on look it up real quick. Where was the flag made? I believe they said it was 1001 Arch, right? 1001 Arch Street is where the American flag. Is it something with the American flag, 1001 Arch? What I'm going to say is, listen, what I'm going to say is the conspiracy that I seen, the page that Dame sent, one of the things was the 101st season. The season was about the flag, because that was the year that Kaepernick with the kneeling and all that, right? And that's the year the Eagles won the Super Bowl. So I don't know if the flag was made here, but I did see something like I didn't look nothing up.
Because we do have a Betsy Ross Bridge, and Betsy Ross is supposed to be the one who made the flag.
So I'm just saying, like, keep it a C note with us, people. Is there any chance this sports can be rigged? Before let's wrap it up. Let's go. Let's talk a little NFL real quick. Before we get out of here, let me get your top 5 cornerbacks. We had cornerbacks. Let's go AFC. Top 5 cornerbacks in the AFC.
All right, I go first.
Okay.
Number 5, Tre'Davious White.
Okay.
4, Denzel Ward.
Okay.
Number 3, Marlon Humphrey. Number 2, J.C. Jackson. Number 1, Xavier Howard.
Okay. Shout out to that. You want me to go, Vito? At 5, shout out to John. At 5, I got Marlon Humphreys. At Humphrey. At 4, I also got Denzel Ward. We both had the same 4. At 3, let's make a note of this. This guy would be my number 1, but he's coming off injury. I got Tre'Davious White. My number 2, Xavier Howard. And my number 1, I got J.C. Jackson.
Me and you pretty much got the same list, but
he focused.
My number 5 is Stephon Gilmore.
Okay.
So we got the same list, but 5 Stephon.
So you got Ward 4-3.
No, so you did work. See, No, because I was looking up the flag shit. It was made in Philly because
Yeah.
Ross is from Philly.
Yeah, and that's the same time out, but that's the same year when Kaepernick start. Listen, my thing was when I seen it, that's why I said it. But it was like, damn, when Kaepernick started making the issue about kneeling during the national anthem, it was the year the Eagles won the Super Bowl. What you were saying, no, Vito?
I got Stephon, I got Humphreys at 4.
Okay.
I got Tre'Davious White at 3.
Okay.
Davion Howard at 2, and Jason Jackson at 1.
Okay. Okay. Let's go NFC. Who wants to set it off? Go ahead.
At 5, I got James Bradbury from the Carolina Panthers.
Ooh, that's a good one.
4, I got AJ Terrell from the Falcons. 3, I got Marshawn Lattimore.
Okay.
2, I got Diggs from the Cowboys, and 1, I got Jalen Ramsey.
Wow. Mike, did you influence that? Kyle, what the?
Listen.
Okay.
A lot of motherfuckers think that Diggs only got interceptions. But if you look down his pass deflections and knockdowns, he at the top of that too.
Okay. Who you got, John?
At number 5, I got Darius Slay.
Okay.
I ain't mad at that.
Shout out to Darius Slay.
He almost made my list.
At number 4, I got Jair Alexander.
Okay.
Number 3, Marshawn Lattimore. Number 2, AJ Terrell. And number 1, Jalen Ramsey.
Oh, wait. Who was your number 1 again, Vito?
Ramsey.
Okay. We're brothers, though. We're brothers, John. Shout out to that.
You got the same exact?
At 5, I got Darius Slay. He a bull. At 4, I got Jair Alexander. 3, Marshawn Lattimore. 2, AJ Terrell. And number 1, come on, man. Do we even got to go there, man? He's a champion.
Yeah, he's still that ball.
He's a champion.
I can't front on him.
Diggs got burnt too much to be on that list, bro.
He did. But one of my favorite D-backs back in the day was Asante Samuels. He got burnt a lot too, but he also made a lot of plays.
Ain't no doubt. Keep it a C-note with his people. Top 5 cornerbacks right now in the AFC. Who are they? Who's the top 5 cornerbacks in the NFC? Let us know. Keep the C-note with us. Before we get out of here, Vito, shout out to you again. The Knicks did nothing during the NBA draft. Shout out to Mike. Hold on. Shout out to Mike. Mike told me get that off as soon as I see you.
But the average motherfucker that don't have no sense would look at that as a bad thing. That's actually a good thing. We got 3 future draft picks out of that 1 draft pick. We got rid of Kemba Walker, which was getting a big check, who wasn't playing.
Right.
We got rid of a draft pick, and Kemba Walker to turn to 3 draft pick. It's nobody in this draft that was going to make us that much better, in my opinion.
Okay.
So we got 22. We got 11 first-round draft picks and 11 second-round draft picks in the next 7 years.
Listen, convince yourself. Don't try to convince me or
I'm
the people.
talking in general.
Vito, before we get out of here, keep it a C-note with us. Who's the greatest 3 Knicks players of all time?
Patrick Ewing, Bernard King, and Carmelo Anthony.
Who's 1? Who's 2?
Pat number 1, Bernard King number 2, Melo number 3.
Who you got, John?
For New York. At number 3, I got Walt Frazier.
Okay. Clyde.
Number 2, I got Patrick Ewing. Number 1, I got Carmelo. What you talking about?
I ain't mad at that.
Call him a Uber.
I ain't mad at
number 1.
Call both them guys a Uber.
Pat number 1, but I ain't mad at his list.
Number 3, Willis Reed. Come on, man. He came out the tunnel. He helped them boys get a chip. Number 2, Clyde Frazier. Come on, man. Number 1, Pat Ewing. Come on, man.
But them boys ain't fucking with Bernard.
Come on, man. Keep it this. And Bernard is my guy. But come on, no. Keep it a C-note with his people. Who's the greatest 3 Knicks players ever? Let's go to Nets, New Jersey, Brooklyn, whatever you want to call them. Who's the greatest 3 Nets players ever? Keep it a C-note with us.
This was hard for me because I don't like the players that play for more than one team. I don't like to put them on more than one team because I feel like certain players resonate with certain teams.
Okay.
So, number 3, I got Petrovic and Kenyon Martin.
Look at him. He on his John.
Yeah, I got to put because Petrovic and
Drazen is my guy.
He didn't play that many years though, and Martin was he was a ball for a little while.
Wait, what Martin?
Kenyon Martin.
Who?
Kenyon Martin.
Who?
Kenyon Martin.
Kenyon?
Yeah.
The same Kenyon that you.
No,
I ain't gonna
the
get
same
in there.
Kenyon. I'm saying he's
From
still.
Cincinnati?
I ain't
Oh,
not the same
let me-
Kenyon that when we was talking about Jason Kidd, you was saying
Because they ain't got that many fucking players.
call
What are you
him
talking
Oouuber.
about?
All right, who you
'Cause
got? Who
I'm
else
not,
you got?
I'm not gonna put nigga like Dr. J who only played 2
Who?
years.
All right, who else you got? Who else you got?
Derek Coleman, number 2.
Okay,
Number 1,
DC.
Jason Kidd.
Okay, I'm gonna go 3. I'm gonna go Vince Carter.
Nah, he a raptor, man.
Number 2, I got Jason Kidd. And number 1, like when you look at them banners, the Nets got a banner, and that's with Dr. J. It may be ABA,
Come
but
on,
they
man.
got a
That don't
banner.
count. Dr. J is a 6'er.
The
Dr. J
doctor.
played 2 years for
All
them.
right,
That
well,
don't
The
count.
doctor. And in that 2 years, he won a chip.
We're gonna have to.
But
toast
when
it
you
up,
look at
'cause
Dr. J-
I had the same exact.
Shout
Vince
out-
3,
shout-
Jason Kidd, Dr. J.
All right,
Shout out to that.
Listen, my question to you is,
Knowledgeable.
when you look at Dr. J, what do you look at him as? A 6'er.
I look at him as
he
the
killed it
man.
over there.
Okay, but when you say the team, you look at him as a 6'er, not a
Shout out to that, Vito.
That's
Shout
all
out
I'm
to that.
saying.
Let's go to Toronto. Cause this is going to be right here. I can see how Vito was just on it. Pause.
That's all I'm saying.
That I can say my number 3, Toronto. I got Kyle Lowry. Shout out Philly.
I ain't
Philly is
mad
in the
at
building. Number 2, I got Vince Sanity. Come on, man.
Keep going. He said
Come on,
that.
man. Number 1, he only played 1 year there. He won a ring and
Okay.
thing.
Go ahead.
Kawhi Leonard. That's who I got number 1. Who you got, John?
I got Chris Bosh 3,
Okay.
DeMar Rosen 2, Vince Carter 1.
Okay. Who you got, Vito?
I got Bosh at 3. I got the Claw at 2. And I got Vince at 1.
Damn, nobody put Kyle Lowry in there.
I
Y'all
started to,
disrespectful.
but Bosh is better than Kyle Lowry.
Shout out, Kyle Lowry got a ring with
I don't
over
give a
there.
fuck about
Bosh
that.
don't.
The
Come
ring
on,
don't
man.
make you better.
Come
I
on,
don't know
man.
why you keep putting that in there.
Shout out Kyle Lowry.
Listen, let me just say this for the record. If we at the schoolyard and there ain't no rings or nothing involved, and you see a 5-on-5, and you could pick out the best player, even if they lose, you can say he the best player on the court.
Right,
It ain't got nothing to do with wins and losses. We just talking about game.
right. Okay.
Kyle Lowry ain't better than Bosh.
I can dig what you're saying. Let's go to Sixers. I think this is where it's gonna get controversial at. Who is the greatest? Oh, time out, people. Keep it a C note with us. Greatest 3 Toronto Raptors players ever. Now let's go Philadelphia 76ers. Who's the greatest 3 Sixers of all time? Keep it a C note with us.
Go ahead, Vito, because this was too hard for me. to answer.
Yeah, this was hard, but I'm gonna go AI number 3.
Okay, shout out AI.
Number 2, I'm gonna go Dr. J.
Shout out to that.
And number 1, I gotta go my favorite player of all time, Charles Barkley.
Shout out to that.
All right.
Who you got, John?
AI 3,
Uh-huh.
Barkley 2, Doc 1.
Ooh. Shout out to that. Listen, Philadelphia 76ers fans, don't kill me, because if the 2 favorite players of all time is Barkley and AI,
Did not win.
they ain't make my top 3. My number 3 is Moses.
He's my favorite.
Moses Malone. He won MVP here. He won a chip. 4-4-4. 4-4-4-4. That's Moses.
I ain't mad at Moses.
Number 2, he ain't play here long, but he from here. He scored 100 points here. That's Wilt.
Nah.
Come on, man.
Come on,
Come on, man.
Stop it.
Come on, man. Knock it off.
Stop.
My number 1. There's only one doctor in the city, man. Is Julius Erving, man. Greatest 6 of all time. Like, you got to be kidding me.
I think it's something crazy because Moses definitely belongs on the top 3, but I don't think he's pushed out there and given the credit
Because
that
he was
deserves.
older.
No,
Listen,
even
Moses-
for what he did, his stats.
Moses predicted it. Moses came here as an MVP, right? He came here as an MVP from Houston and won MVP again over here and predicted that they was going 4-4-4. You know what I mean? He got it a little wrong. They only lost. They did lose one
I
game,
fuck
but
with Moses, but I gotta put AI over him because AI ain't even from Philly, but AI's from Philly. That's how much impact he had on the game.
shout out to that. I never looked at it like that. Shout out to that. Shout out AI. Like this is, I don't know if y'all gonna look at me funny. AI would be 4. Barkley would be 5. So I don't know if y'all would look at me
Nah,
funny.
That's all good.
So
That is some great.
let's go Boston Celtics to wrap it up. They were the runner-ups this year. Who's the greatest 3 Celtics of all time? Keep it a C-note with us. John, start it off.
3, Paul Pierce.
Okay, shout out Paul Pierce. The truth.
2, Bird.
Okay.
Number 1, Bill Russell.
Okay, who you got, Vito?
All right. Before I end why you got Bill Russell one? Before I say my list.
Because he's the man, Mr. Brains.
No.
Because he
Well,
battled with
are we basing this on wins? Or are we basing this on games?
the greatest Boston
Are we-
Celtic.
Are we
For
basing
when
this
he-
on game?
How you
rings?
basing it, John?
I based it on everything
You
around.
can't because he don't have more game than Bird or Pierce. He just got more rings than
He
Okay.
got a lot of accolades. So
He do.
He
Accolades,
is
so
Mr.
you base it
So
on
when
rings.
you saying Boston Celtics, when you go in there, it's Bill Russell,
Shout
Mr.
out to
Coach,
that.
Mr. Coach / player.
Uh-huh.
Shout out
He's
to
Mr.
that.
Everything.
But when
He was
you
the
go
only
to-
guy
When
who
you
could
go
go up
to
against
the
Will
Celtics, you hear Bird name first. You don't hear Bill Russell. Anyway,
Hold on, time out. What's your thoughts on that, people? When you hear Boston Celtics, what do you think first? Do you think Bird? Do you think Bill? Keep it a C-note.
well, my number 3 is Bill. My
Okay.
Number 2 is Paul Pierce, and my number 1 is
Wait,
Bird.
you got Paul Pierce above Bill?
I'm basing my list on game, not
Dang.
not
Okay.
not rings.
Okay, shout out to that, Vito. I'm going to call you an Uber while I'm toasting with you. Shout out to that. My number 3. Like, you guys are disrespectful. Do I got to bring it up again?
Bring it up. We actually
Hondo.
no way.
Hondo.
First and foremost, I can't put somebody on my list that I've never seen actually play.
So, then, bro, YouTube is free.
Okay,
Go
YouTube
watch
is free. Listen,
games.
I'm gonna give you an example. Something that I've been saying for years, but I just so happened to see somebody else. I seen Gilbert Arenas, even though you be hating on Arenas.
Gilbert Arenas. Shout out
I'll
Gilbert
fuck with
Arenas.
it.
He's a hater.
Because we got similar
yeah,
opinions.
y'all both haters.
But the shit he said, as far as them guys that played back in the day, they weren't playing against this
No,
competition.
but he was nice though. But you know, I'm biased. And
Yeah.
I can't put him on.
He
my
wasn't
list.
playing,
I
John.
know.
He wasn't playing against niggas like Mike and that. Come on, man.
Bill,
No,
he
no,
was playing against
no,
everybody
Havlicek
Bill
was
played
nice.
against. Stop.
That's why I only put Bill in there because of
After Bill left, Hondo
the
was
effect.
still the man. Cut it out,
What
man.
else you got?
Hondo ain't
Number
playing.
2, I got Larry Bird. My number 1, shout out to Brother X. I also have Bill Russell at number 1. You got to
How
be
y'all
kidding.
can't put
How
Paul
many he
Pierce on
got?
this?
You
Oh,
two.
Pierce.
Paul Pierce over
He ain't
Hondo.
better than
What?
Hondo,
You
man.
tripping.
Come on, man. Knock it off, would you?
Hondo.
Shout out to the
Yeah.
truth. He's my number 4.
Hondo played in the league with 8 teams. Come on, man. Stop it.
Oh, you sound like JJ Redick right now. I'm going to nominate all you guys.
Come on, man.
Before we get out of here, say it with your chest. Does anyone have a say it with Vito? You've
I
been
do.
going.
I
You
gotta
should
say
have-
it on my chest moment.
What is it?
These last couple weeks I've been going, but too many nice, similar opinions. Fuck all that. We not here for
As far as who? With Michael? Or
everybody
she?
that was on the cast.
Okay, so we didn't grind them up?
But yeah, my thing is this show is called Keep It a C, though. It's not called Popular Opinion.
Yes.
Fuck all that nice shit.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Say it with your chest, John. You got something?
Yeah, I got something real quick because it's been circling around the internet. Now, I just wanted to get y'all opinion on it. Vito Brown, chick has 4 kids. The youngest of her 4 kids is yours. So, like, let's say a woman that you were dealing with had 4 children,
Right.
and the youngest one y'all share together.
Right.
You go over there and you drop off some McDonald's just for your child. Is that wrong, or should you buy
it's not
food
wrong.
for the
No,
other 3 kids?
listen.
It's not wrong.
Is it
me,
not wrong?
me personally, it's not wrong, but it depends on the relationship he has with the chick
But he's not with her no more.
and the children. If he got a relationship with them kids, then and the chick, if she on some nut shit, I could see why he was doing it. Because you know, chicks can be real spiteful. But if he has a relationship with other kids, me personally, if I'm cool with them kids, I'm gonna look out.
Yeah.
Because I look out for a motherfucker I don't even know.
But it's not his
Vito,
obligation.
we
But it's
grown.
not
It's-
wrong.
But it's
Vito, we
he's
not
not
we
wrong.
grown. We don't.
No, but
we
he's not
not-
wrong.
Time out. We're grown. What are we looking like being cool with kids? Like it's
No, you're not listening. If that's your baby mom and you go to see your son and you around them other kids, it's an option for you to be cool with them kids because you're around
What
them.
I'm
is what I'm
saying
saying.
is, my nigga, at the end of the day, it's either You gonna bring your kids something?
Nah, it's not. It's different circumstances. Because, like I said, if you fuck with them kids, when you go see your son and them kids is around, and y'all build it, no, he's not wrong.
No, he's not wrong. Time out. But what I'm going to say is, your circumstance might be A1. This Joe Blow guy over here may still be hurt.
That's what I'm saying.
So
it comes down to that.
He might be working with emotions, but no matter what he's working with, he's not wrong.
That's what I said to begin with.
Yes, I know, but what I'm answering to that, I'm a good comment. Like, he's not wrong. He's only obligated for that one person. One person. That's all he's obligated for. That's it. My say it with your chest moment. Shout out Ramon Moore. Shout out Kyle. Because if it wasn't for Kyle, I would have never knew about the Brotherly Love League. Ramon Moore and them. Shout out Ramon Moore. He went to Temple. He went to Southern. It's a Pro-Am league. It got all the Philly guys in it. It's doing big things. Shout out to Ramon Moore for, you know.
Oh, is that the same boy that had a cup of coffee with the Hornets?
I don't know if he had a couple, but I know he played for Temple. I know he went to Southern.
Yeah, that's probably him.
Yeah, like
did he play for South Carolina in college?
No, he played for Temple.
I don't know, it might be different.
He played for Temple. So, my thing is this, because me and you had this conversation where a couple of weeks ago, I was saying, damn, what's the guy named? The Hezzy guy?
Montrez Harrell.
No. Time out. I'm going to get to that. But what's the guy named? Hezzy guy?
Yeah,
the Hezzy guy. It's like 5 or 6 guys that they show. This Pro-Am guys. Oh. I'm like, damn, John, they don't never show Philly guys. And I'm like, damn, if we had something where it was a draft and you can only draft in your area, your state, would the PA/Philly team be good?
Hell yeah.
Yes, I shout out to Ramon Moore because I forgot about dudes like Khalif Wyatt. I forgot about dudes like Scoop Jardim and
about the boy B, the boy that can shoot the fucking lights out.
BA?
Yeah,
yeah, no. But they was he was.
I was about to say we gotta have Chester help.
No. But shout out to Ramon Moore because he's definitely hold it down, and that's how I want to end it off because Ramon Moore had Montrezl Harrell in the league, and this may make me think that maybe the NBA is rigged, and if it's not rigged. Is what I told you, Vito, that Montrezl Harrell, you don't got the look to be the man. I just seen Montrezl Harrell, and I don't know if it's the competition. Even if it's the competition, you can't do certain things if you don't got it.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, I seen Montrezl Harrell play in the brotherly love league. I seen him pulling up off the dribble. I seen him dribbling and getting to the basket. I seen him hitting shots, spotting up. And I'm like,
some Steph Curry shit.
Listen, I'm like, what the? I'm like, Montrezl Harrell to me, regardless of what you say.
Look up Montrezl Harrell highlights in the NBA, and you can see all that.
No.
He don't play the same.
Montrezl,
he don't do it on a regular. He pulls out handles in the league and everything. He got.
What I'm saying
he do the Smitty in the league and everything.
I think the NBA puts players in a certain.
Time out. I even sent y'all the joint with
need
Kayvon Looney.
Yeah, he played the.
Kayvon Looney was pulling up from behind.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
This is what they don't need you to do that when you got other guys to do it.
I'm not trying to get at that. What I'm trying to tell you is, Vito, what I told you is these guys in the NBA, they are all good.
No, they're better than us.
Yes,
they're
that's what I
good.
said.
No.
They're all good to us.
No,
whoever.
They might be better than us.
Time out. What I'm saying is, and I don't want to overstep or disrespect nobody that plays pro-am ball. But if you take the average guy that's the 12th man, 13th man that don't get no tick on an NBA team, they will scorch these guys that's not in the NBA. I'm talking about scorching.
Wait. So what you're saying is that anybody in the NBA that has a green light has a chance to be a star?
No. What I'm saying is the NBA dictates who's going to be the stars. That's what Vito don't see it that way.
It's not the case.
Listen, Time out, because we about to get out of here. This is going to be our next conspiracy
It's
corner.
not the case.
This is going to be our next conspiracy corner. So again, my say it with your chest moment. Shout out Ramon Moore, Brotherly Love League. We appreciate you. Everybody, I forgot about Khalif Wyatt. I ain't even going to hold you, but shout out to that. Y'all got anything to say before we wrap it up?
Yeah, I want to shout out the people who comment on them that every one of the every time we put that shit up on YouTube, Philly Music.
Yeah, Philly
Shout
music.
out Philly Music. Shout out to you, baby boy. We
Shout
appreciate
out Rob,
you.
Shout out Rich Habits.
Shout out Rob. Shout out Rich
Shout
Habits.
out everybody who comments and people. Even if you gotta grind us up, comment. We with them. We with
Yes,
all the shit.
you can grind Vito up.
Grind
Like you
me
ain't got to.
up.
You
I'm
ain't got
for
to
it.
do that.
I'm
You ain't
all
got to
for it.
do that because I see like it's a lot of people even be in the DMs. Like, nah, I think this, that. Don't be scared to put it
No.
on the comments.
Come
Like,
Bring that
that,
shit.
this
I'm
is
with
keeping
it.
a C note. Like, none of us are professionals. None of us are. This is just fans of everything that we're talking about, and this is our opinion. Give us your opinion, and even if we go back and forth about it,
There's
just
no emotions involved. We just
no
opinions.
emotions involved.
Alright.
But you can call Vito an Uber if you feel like calling him an Uber. I'm just saying.
That's all. I
You
definitely
know.
might need to Uber off that deli on.
Shout out to De Leon. That's what we
Yeah.
drinking tonight. So you know. But we about to wrap this episode up. Again, if you're not subscribed, hit the sub button, hit the like button. Please share it with somebody. As always, I'm your boy Brown. To the left of me, I got
Got your boy John.
to the left of John, we got
Boy, Vito is back.
he back. The lefty is back. And let me tell y'all this, and I'm not going to give him a chance to reply.
Don't get no Ram shit in.
I'm not going to get no Ram stuff. What I'm saying is, he's been at training camp for 2 weeks with the 49ers, and he didn't talk a lot about the Niners this week.
This
So,
wasn't the topic.
you know, they ain't looking that good. I'm just
My
saying.
man, I changed my name to Vito Samuels. What the fuck is you talking about?
Yeah, but that can have to do with Nah,
Yeah.
it can't have. Yeah, shout out to everybody. You know, tell a friend, tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell everybody. Keep the C note. We'll holla at y'all.
Shit. This is what I'm feeling like. Da, 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 da. Let me tell you what I'm feeling like. Da, 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 da.